Pulling up Warframe, and as soon as I turn it on, boom, it's ready to play. In this video, I made sure I extended it a little bit longer so people can see how things work with multiplayer, single player, and a lot of enemies on screen. And for that to give you more of an idea of how like the game reacts to activity. And therefore, I wanted to make sure that you all got the chance to be able to embrace what Warframe has become over the time. I don't know if anybody else remembers, but in the past, Warframe used to have this look where you would run around and your character would be just sliding across the ground. It looks like they're running, but they're literally sliding. Like it seems like the stage is moving towards you, and you're just like running on the treadmill. Now they changed it up. It looks better, like over time, of course. This game is free. The Warframe I made is literally a custom built one. You can make several different ones, but the one I made was based off of the Excalibur, the one that you first get. So I went with that one, and it's been phenomenal. I haven't played this game in about like say a year and a half, and this upgrade or this update for the PlayStation 5 has been very eye-opening. It made me want to play a little bit more because the haptics work on the controller. Like it responds to what's going on screen, and it's satisfying. Like slicing people up, I can feel that. Like the rumble in the controller. I know a lot of people already have the DualSense, and therefore you know what I mean by the rumble in the haptics. Like you really feel that every time you slice something, or if you shoot something with like a heavy weapon. Overall, the gameplay is great. I haven't had any stutters, any issues, or anything like that. I did find an Easter egg in this stage though, so this is why I'm highlighting this footage. It's right about here. The Infinity Gauntlet. Alright, so this game has space combat. Yeah, I showed it to my girl, and she was immediately like, wow, that looks great. Like, wait a minute, is that Warframe? And Warframe used to play so bad on PlayStation 4, even the Pro. It used to be just, like, the frames would dip, like, you wouldn't get this, it wouldn't look as smooth, it would just be, it'll make your head hurt real fast. And it was like, I could not do these missions at all. Like, I did, like, one, and I was done. I placed myself so far away from these missions, I hated them. And now I'm playing them, I'm just like, oh man, it's not bad. I mean, it's still Warframe. Warframe has this camera, this animation style that is like, okay, it looks cool and everything, but there's something off about it. It's not like polished. This felt great, shooting a chain gun like this, floating through space. Pretty cool. And I show off like the ending, how everything works, like how fast you get to the ending. On everything else, like the PlayStation 4, everything that came before the PlayStation 5, my goodness, it was probably one of the worst experiences. Your character would skip all over the place, and like everything with the frames would be cut up. I think it dropped up to about 15 to 10 frames or something like that at times, and it just wasn't a good feel. It wasn't a good look either. I really wanted to play the hell out of Warframe, but never got the chance to, just because of what it causes after you play it for a specific period of time. But now, PlayStation 5's fixed it. This is how the developers originally wanted you to play the game. Look at how fast you get into these missions. There's a loading screen. You're going to see it for a brief period. It's going to be a little ship. That right there. And that's all the gameplay you get to have of that. PlayStation 4, it used to take about 20-30 seconds to just load up one place. And this stage, I picked it for a reason, just because it says Dark Sector. Yep, the people who made the game Dark Sector made this game. And that's why the ninjas or the warframes that you see in it look the way they do. They're basically based off of that game. And it's like a continuation of what happened to that game without even going into detail that that game exists. They have the glaive from that game on here. They have two different versions of it. And they got a Warframe, the one that I'm using right now, that looks close or similar to the original. And yeah, they're all ninjas. They're all like some sort of alien-like armor that you got on, or I'm not even sure if they're human underneath or anything. I didn't pay attention to the story like that. But they got a lot of characters that talk, and you know, I mean, you wouldn't really pay too much attention to what they're saying, or at least I wouldn't. Though I didn't. This right here, the haptics on it. So I got 200 in a clip. So the haptics on this gun, and I think it's called the Soma Prime, is what I'm using. This right here is the special, called the Exotic Blade. Exalted Blade. Exotic Blade. This one is, it shoots as you can tell, it shoots like a stream of light. Energy comes out of it, goes through the actual main stage, like the environment and everything, slices whoever it gets in its way. And if you didn't peep my scheme, it pretty much got on Mega Man Buster, got the Virgil sword, and then I got the if y'all remember the game called Black, where you shoot the gun and you can feel the recoil and everything, that's what that Soma Prime gun actually does for me. So that's why I picked that one up. Yeah, the enemies keep coming on this stage. It's survival, so you're constantly being chased by enemies, and it's basically get air, like oxygen to breathe, and just stay in the game as long as you can, and then leave. That's how you're supposed to do it. I stayed on this board for pretty much about 20 minutes, having just all types of fun, just plowing through all these enemies. It's really satisfying to just hear them snap and everything. This game has a crazy amount of weapons. The weapons that I have right now, in-game currency, Twitch Prime, in-game events, or I built them. You can have your own dojo where you can make your own weapon, items, colors. The entire dojo is yours. You can invite your friends to it and you can customize it. Do some acrobatics and things like that. You can dash and everything. Dash and shoot, dash and slash, climb on walls, run across walls. I haven't played the open world yet. But right now I just want to show all these characters on screen just to give an idea about what's going on as far as can the game handle it, because we all know back when the PlayStation 4 was happening, it could not handle it. It could not handle it. Even if you didn't know, this right here, everything you're seeing, imagine it just being slow and very choppy. Yeah. Your character would be doing an animation where you swing, and next thing you know, the sword is back in its hilt before the animation even finishes. Like, it's just bad. It's real bad. Coming up here, you're gonna see the slide and the movement of the camera. There it is. It just looked like a slide. It didn't look like he moved faster or anything. Like his animation didn't change. The screen just started moving faster. It's just... It's nuances like that that just make me feel like, it's small complaint, but still it affects me in some way. I hope they fix that. But what I can say is that this game has several different missions, different ways that you can complete things. So you can do one with friends, like where y'all protect a specific source. Y'all can all like raid a place. Y'all can just go for it, kill everything on the ship or on the planet, wherever you're going or anything like that. There's boss fights available. You can find that in my other Warframe build for the Excalibur. I have that one that was years ago, back in PlayStation 4. But outside of that, that's Warframe for you. That's how fast it works on PlayStation 5. This is how it looks on it. Just if you liked what you see, like, I would say go ahead and just download it. It's completely free, and it's well worth your time because this is so much content. Like, you will not leave this place, and there's constantly people trying to play. So I've completed what I want to do. Now I'm going to get back to the PlayStation 5.